पास कंट्रोल होगा कहीं ऋतु म्यूट करने का?
यस सर, कर दिया।
हेलो, गुड इवनिंग। स्टार्ट करें ऋतु?
यस सर, श्योर सर।
हेलो, वेरी गुड इवनिंग। प्रोफेसर एनके चड्डा, प्रोफेसर सुषमा बत्रा, Ritu Pandey, coordinator of today's program, Rameswar Gupta, who will also be technically helping Ritu Pandey today in recording and other things. Other honorable participants joined for today's event of observing the Elderly Day today. And the day is observed today by this webinar as positive aging. Positive aging, and we have also kept this because Ritu Pandey, a scholar of University of Delhi, is working on her research topic elderly persons, and we had also the experiences of working with Professor N.K. Chadda on technology adoption of the elderly persons. I have only few sentences today, very quickly, before handing over the mic to Ms. Ritu Pandey, that under the lifelong learning and extension, elderly person is a very, very important area of concern of the Department of Lifelong Learning or Adult Continuing Education throughout the country. And we have had earlier PhD also undertaken by Dr. Viresh Pachisia on the elderly persons in India and Pakistan. And Ritu is going to be the second one on the elderly population. Before that, we have also had our research project with Professor N.K. Chadda on technology adoption. Today's positive aging is a very, very important area on which the expert will be pondered upon. And today's, it is not important only because today is the elderly day. It is also very important if the experts will agree that it is due to the pandemic, it is due to the COVID-19 that the worst sufferer are the vulnerable population, elderly populations. Elderly populations were suffering in the past also because of maybe globalization, maybe rural-urban divide, maybe people more than 92% living in the unorganized, unskilled sector. They do not have access to education, health, social kind of a thing. Only the organized sector people had certain kind of a facilities and opportunities. So how the positive aging for both organized sector and unorganized sector will be important. How they will, the elderly population, which are in the different categories, will be elaborated by our experts. I will not be taking the detail. How they will utilize their leisure time, how they will be making themselves very productive, men, especially women. And we have also taken up the issue under Research Chamber 3, which is organizing this webinar on the very actively on the transgender population. So I will also have my concern for the elderly transgender population, that how they will have the productive aging in this global phase of pandemic, and in the phase of the division due to various regions. So these are some of the issues that their health, their education, their leisure time utilization, their positive thinking, their skills, their technology adoption, all these are the issues and concerns that today our expert will be ponder over. And I think that we'll have some time, Ritu, where we'll have certain discussion also on the very important day. So I would not like to have more today, and I would glad to hand over the mic to Ms. Ritu Pandey for today's session to be taken up further. Ritu, kindly carry forward.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening to all of you. Thank you so much, sir. As we all know that today is the day which is celebrated by raising awareness about elderly people. The celebration of the day is done to create awareness and empathy regarding the well-being of the elderly people usually celebrated the day. It is also a day to appreciate the contribution that older people make to the society. Here we have the three legends, as Dr. Rajesh already said: Dr. N.K. Chadda, Professor Sushma Batra, and Professor Rajesh Kumar sir. I would like to tell a few points about N.K. Chadda, Sushma Batra, and Rajesh sir, because we have less time, and I would like to tell about N.K. Chadda that Professor N.K. Chadda is the Professor and Dean, International Relation and Chairperson of Counseling for doctoral program at Manav Rachna International University. He is the former professor and head Department of Psychology, University of Delhi, former director and head Department of Adult Education, and chairman and board of research studies in humanities and social sciences, University of Delhi. He is the one of the management bodies of many institutes in India and abroad. He has developed many psychological instruments for assessment at the individual and the group level. He is the one who has leading psychometrician in India, and his book on applied psychometry is widely used by the students
Thank you, my dear Professor Rajesh, and my another colleague from social work, Professor Sushma Batra, and other participants over here. I feel honored and privileged to be talking on the day, though this is my third webinar of the day on the 1st October, but earlier two were on a different mental health issues, but this is the one which is very near and dear, very close to my heart, that is relating to the on the UN Day of the Senior Citizen, 1st October of the year. And some of you knew that I have been working in this area of aging along with my collaborator from USA, John Van Billigan, University of Kentucky, USA, who basically inspired me or motivated me to work in this area way back in 1987. Since then, and I have some opportunity to work with the government of India also on the national policy of senior citizens, and have been advocating about the elderly people, and that is the reason I most of the time have argument with my friends and colleagues, largely with the female colleagues. I've seen invariably the moment they are at the age of 50 or 51, I think Professor Sushma Batra will agree with me. Generally they tell, whenever I come across them, Dr. Chadda, I'm old ho gayi hu, I'm old. No. I object. I say, what you are saying? Why you are abusing yourself? Who told you to get old? नहीं मैं old हूँ मैं तो. Did I told you ever? You are old. Did Dr. J told you? Dr. Professor Sushma told you? Who told you? Tell me. नहीं किसी ने नहीं कहा फिर मैं क्या what you are saying? Why you are saying this thing? Please don't say. It's only in your mind, you know. If you keep in and then you really start feeling old. Old people are very productive, very useful for the society, and they are the contributor. It's not that young people are not, they are contributing. The young people are also contributing, but elderly people are contributing a lot. And many examples, you know, of the elderly people. Even I don't know, day before yesterday, if you saw the or Joe listened to the debate of between Joe Biden and this Trump, the two old fellows fighting election for the president of US. They are of the age of 70 plus, 74, 7 plus, and they are so active, involved. And if they can involve, and we have a lot of example in India also. It's not that I'm just why I've given the example of US because recently the debate was there. This is a talk of the town, this debate. And you know, the age of 60 is not the, you know, as per the UN also, sorry, as per the World Health Organization, the elderly has been classified to three categories. They call it young old, old. Young old from 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 plus. Okay, that is the way the things. And I have prepared some slides, and I will say if time will permit, I will show all slides, otherwise try to move fast with some slides. But my title which I kept here, active aging. And just give me a moment so that I can show you my slide. Can you see my slide? Ritu, can you see it?
Yes, sir. Everyone, I think
Yes,
I can see.
it's very clear. It's very clear.
Okay. Yeah. So I made a slideshow earlier. So okay. So active aging. I will start. I always enjoy to show this gentleman, you know, Fauja Singh, who was born on 1st April 1911. He is a British centenarian marathon runner of Indian Sikh origin. Okay, from where we belong. He is the world record holder in his age bracket. Don't you think it's very inspiring to see this fellow? At no, he is 109. At the age of 104, he won this marathon race in UK. If he can do, why not me and you can do? Think over it. Okay? I think nothing can be more clear example of active aging than this fellow. For just it. Aging will happen, people will die, there's no question. But it is your power to make it happy. It's in your head. Healthy time. Take personal responsibility for your own aging. Instead of putting the responsibility somewhere, you have to take the responsibility, own this responsibility. I hope you agree. Every moment, even I'm talking at this moment, I'm aging. Minute by minute, hour by hour. But it's up to me to make this happy, healthy, and take responsibility of every act of mine. Aging is a multi-dimensional process. Old age is the closing period of the life of an individual. A person's activities, attitude towards life, a relationship to the family, how you relate with the family, and the work. Biological capacities and physical fitness are all conditioned, all are influenced, all are conditioned by the position in the age structure of a particular society in which we live. Aging, it is one element in our diverse society that we have in common, we all age. Whether it's India, whether it's the US, whether it's Europe, any, whether Eastern country, whether Asia Pacific region, is one common element, everyone age. On age. Old age is not a phase of decline. Please, this is my advice. I don't take it. Old age is not a phase of decline and loss. Instead, if approached properly, if you start with the proper mindset, harbor many opportunities for positive change and productive functioning. I hope my colleague and friend Rajesh will agree. When I was in adult education, I was talking the other day, 2 days back also with him on phone. We used to work all 7 days. Even Saturday, Sundays. In the adult education department, morning till evening, you're taking classes, interacting, doing research, all kind of work we were doing, We never experienced, that it's up to you. So there are opportunities and you need to bring a positive change and productive functioning. Old age, it is finally possible for the individual to focus on further development. This is beauty of this age bracket. Here you can focus on some of the things which you could not during your active life, active work life. Because active work life, we are involved in so many things. Some things we can't do at that time, but this is another opportunity for us. So to focus on further development and enjoyment of mind and not to be distracted by the bodily needs and pleasures. If you keep on confining on body needs, you can't walk. If you tell that what I say when people say I can't walk more than the 3,000 steps or 4,000 steps. I said, what you are telling yourself, what you are doing to me as a psychologist, you are doing a self hypnosis. आप अपना hypnosis कर रहे हैं, अपने आप को ये कह रहे हैं कि मैं 3,000 स्टेप नहीं चल सकता. Have you tried? No. So please, they are the distraction. Let's come out from these distractions of our mind. The theme of active aging has attracted much attention, or successful aging, JC was calling successful aging. It's interchangeably used, The theme of active aging has attracted much attention recently. It due not only to the catchword. Active is a very catchy, It attracts. Like qualities of the term itself. And the importance of issues of aging in a modern world. It is most likely also reflects a newfound optimism, this very optimism in the field of gerontology itself. That season, active aging, what Jace was calling as a successful aging, because this brings a optimism, the hope for the better future. And why not? Everyone have a right on the better future. Elder and senior people also having a right on the. And this is you see the terminology. I hate when people say, older people say, this is you are insulting someone. I say old. It's not old. You say elderly or senior citizen. They are the two terminology which have a positive connotation. I hope you will agree with me. At first glance, aging and success seems to represent a contradiction. I'm relating aging and success. It looks like contradiction. Aging highlights a picture of loss, decline, approaching death, whereas success connotes gain, winning, and positive balance. So success on the positive dimension and aging are linked with the decline, approaching death, whereas success connotes gain, winning, and positive balance. Thus, the association of aging with success seems intellectually and emotionally a paradox in itself. Okay, both are going. But this is second paragraph is much more important for us to understand, everyone. But at second glance, however, the association of aging with success might indicate that apparent contradiction is intended to provoke. This contradiction provoking us, okay, provoke a proving analysis of the nature of old age as it exists today. Okay, they say take it as a probe. That is the reason sometimes in academics, some of my colleagues say feedback to not to be given, but this to not to be taken. I say why not? Take it. Feedback. So feedback will give you. Let some criticism come. Goody janam. Goody तो बहुत करते रहते. Let some criticism also come. That criticism will give you thought to think and work on that. Will give you. So that is the reason. It's not a contradiction. One way it's a paradox. The aging and success. Others say it's a bringing a kind of provoking a kind of analysis to see how the nature aging exists in our society as today. There have been growing research attention being directed to the identification of so-called active aging person. Active aging person with an older population and the factors that may be associated with maintenance of high levels of functioning. Okay, like the example which I have given of the US president who are fighting, one of them would be president, one is a current president. With population aging, there is an increasing interest in how to age. Population aging, say percentage of aging population going 8.1% to 12.1%, and in 1947, you must be aware, many of you must be aware, the average life expectancy in India was 32 years and 7 months. In 1947, and 2011 census, the average expectancy in India has moved up to 64.8. This is almost double. Our purpose is not only to add the number of years in life, purpose to add the life in the year. Okay, not just adding some number. No, it's a life to be which. That is, there is no single well-accepted definition of model of active aging as on today that has stood the test of the time. It is, but I said recently, adding life to the years and getting satisfaction from life. Okay, this is motto of active aging, adding life to the years, not just adding years in your life, no, and getting satisfaction from the life of a person, with that. Components, there are three components of active aging. These are low probability of disease and disease-related disability. Low probability of disease and disease-related disability. Number two, high cognitive functioning. Okay. And three, physical functional capacity and active engagement with life. I will take these in next slides. Physical functional capacity and active engagement in life. Think over it. Today, everyone of us take mobile phone, and in the mobile phone we have added the phone number along with the name. And if you ask someone's telephone number, say if I ask a friend of Rajesh, can you give me Dr. Rajesh's telephone number? You know what he will do? He will just open the mobile number and then read from there. Nothing over here. Our senior, elderly people, you ask them. I've experienced many times. You may agree with me. Even there was a time 10 years down the line, we used to remember hundreds and odd telephone numbers by memory. And today we forgot our own number also, own phone number also. We have to go to the dependent on this because we stop utilizing this such a beautiful thinking which have been given by the grace of God to us. So that's a point I want to raise, that have a high cognitive functioning. Keep on doing mental exercises which will help you to grow and productively take you to a better place. All three terms are relative, and the relationship among them is to some extent hierarchical in nature. Active age is more than absence of disease. Active age is not only the absence of disease. Important though that is, absence of disease is also very important. More than maintenance of functional capacities, and important as it is. Functionally getting, and here the model, avoiding disease and disability, engagement with life, high cognitive and physical function are the three very important offshoots of an active aging. Research indicators. These have been across the globe, has been tested, verified. So soon, I think Dr. J may recollect the project which we have done for DST, Science and Technology project, and some of the indicators, Dr. J, you can see in the list which we have given the report to the DST also on the aging. With me, Dr. J and Dr. Dixit, the three persons involved in that. That is length of life, biological health, mental health, which is very important. Today's time after COVID-19 is really a big challenge. for all age bracket, but much more for the, because as they are more vulnerable, aging population is more vulnerable to the COVID-19 attack. So maintaining a mental health is much more important for them. Cognitive efficacy, social competence and productivity. Okay, that networking, personal control on your decision, on your outcomes, and last component is leading to the life satisfaction of the elderly population. Physical activity is at the crux of the active aging, regardless of other factors. Physical activity. Now I will spend 2-3 minutes on physical activity. The author says there is a simple basic fact about exercise and your health. Fitness cuts your risk of dying. There are empirical evidence. In other words, exercise may not be magic bullet that solves all our problems and worries about the effects of aging, but it's close to that. May not take all the worries of aging, but it's very close. The beneficial effect of exercise extend even to older, more frail individuals over there. And let me give you an example, while I was a distinct professor, at the Auckland Institute of Technology, New Zealand, and one day I went to my colleague's house. He said, let's have a dinner together. I said, fine. So he drove me. We went by public transport that day. And from the bus, we get down at a stop. And then we walk to his house. When I reached to his house, I saw the same number bus came and there was a stop in front of his house also. From curiosity point of view, I asked him, I said, his name is Gregory Code. I said, Greg, why we get down over there? In the last stop, why not we get down in the stop which is in front of your house? When the price of the ticket is the same, whether we get down after 2 stops or 3 stops or 10 stops, it's same, one price. He said, why we get down over there? This is normal practice we teach people over here also. Instead of getting down near to your house, to get down 1 stop before, so that then there is no option except to walk to your house. You got it? Except to walk to your house. He says, so this is the way. From there we have walked over house, maybe at 2,000 steps, maybe 2,500 steps, maybe 1,500 steps. See what they have taught to the people. And here what we do, even we take things from our physical activity. Some people I know will say, well, I don't have, because in COVID-19 we can't go out, we can't go to the park, there's a risk of catching the virus, and house having 2 rooms, 3 rooms, or maybe 1 room and 1 kitchen. I said that's more than enough. From 1 room and you go to the kitchen, you must have seen, which many of you do. I stopped doing it. When we have to take things from the refrigerator to go to the kitchen, or hum kya karte hain? We take 1 plate, we put tomato, onion, everything we pick up, we try to pick up and take 1 go. But I've seen in the New Zealand population, what they do, they will go to which is maybe about 5 steps away from the refrigerator, maybe 5 steps away from the kitchen, shelf. But they go and pick 1 onion or 1 green chili, took it, put in the kitchen, again go back, cook tomato, and with this process I've seen the same thing which I used to take with 1 go, they are taking in 10 go. See, the 10 multiplied by 5 become 50. Some of you must be laughing with my example, but it's a true thing. वो कहते हैं बूंद बूंद से घड़ा भर जाता है. This is same way. Some small steps. And someday youngsters say, during COVID, I can't go to the gym. I say, there's no need to go to the gym. You must be having a water bottle in your house. If you have 1 water bottle in your house, and you can use that as an instrument for gym, fill that water bottle, hold it in your hand, lift it 20 times like this. You can move it, It's not difficult. You can sit do the exercise sitting over there. There are many over there. Example I can give, I know time is also running short for me. Okay. So then perception and life satisfaction is very important. One thing, how you perceive your life. If you feel your life is, perception of health is much more than physical health. There are people who often complain that, oh, my health is not that good as compared to the other people of my age. No, change that mindset. I'm far better than many people. Instead of seeing half empty glass, see half filled glass. Oh, I hope I'm making. So perhaps there is studies also. Got time in order to the big project which I have taken by ICMR along with the Dr. Day. Sushma ji knew about Dr. Day, A.B. Day from medicine, All India Medicine. We did a big work. We have done the intervention where we change the mindset of the people from perceiving their health. They have problems. We have 3 months intervention we've done. What we see in the intervention, the people have stopped taking medicine and there were positive growth in their physical health also because I asked, why don't you take medicine? Your health is not okay. He said, doctor साहब ये तो चलता रहता है, life का part है. इसलिए चीजों पर medicine खाते रहेंगे. But the same person used to do the other way around. So that's important, Perception is very important. Perception of self-efficacy that influence individual's ability to cope. That will help you coping a person. Self-referent beliefs regarding personal competence influence self-belief. Our personal competence influence adaptive behavior and the choice of adaptive strategy. The direct effect, which is strongest empirically, implies that even if a person appraises a certain adaptation as the most optimal one, this adaptation may not be adopted when this person perceives that the required efforts exceed his or her personal competency. The moment you say, I don't have that competence, what I want to say through this paragraph, if you say you don't have that competencies, then obviously you can't achieve it, you can't adapt it. So because you start giving a neck or main nahi kar sakta. The moment that is I say ki my mantra, people sometimes I don't like people are saying, pardon me, my dear listeners, they say, can I do it? I give the word to Dr. Ritu Pandey. Sir, can I do it? I said, what stupid question you are asking? What do you mean, can I do it? You say, I can do it. I can do it. आपने सुना होगा, मैं थोड़ा सा रामायण से हिंदी में बताता हूँ आपको. जो वाल्मीकि साधु नहीं थे, वो डाकू थे. वो एक साधु को मिले. वो साधु अच्छा लगा उनको. उन्हें कहा कि मैं भी स्पिरिचुअल आदमी बनना चाहता हूँ, क्या करूं? तो साधु ने सोचा. सोचने के बाद साधु ने कहा कि ऐसे है, आप ना राम के नाम का जप कीजिए, मंत्रा कीजिए. उसे क्या? उससे कहा आप, साधु ने उसको कहा वाल्मीकि को, आप कहिए राम, बोलिए मेरे पीछे राम. वाल्मीकि ने कहा मरा. इसे नहीं, मरा नहीं, कहो राम. वाल्मीकि ने फिर कहा मरा. इसे नहीं, कहो राम, मरा. साधु ने 2 मिनट सोचा, स्पिरिचुअल स्टैंड ने. उसका अच्छा, तुम ऐसे करो, ये मरा जो बहुत अच्छा शब्द है, तुम इसको कंटिन्यूसली में करो मेरे सामने. तो वाल्मीकि ने कहा मरा 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 मरा. अब देखिए क्या हुआ. वहां से वो राम के वो भक्त बने. मरा से शुरू किया, बिकॉज लोगों को किल करते थे, डाकू थे, मार दिया, लूट लिया, कर लिया. मरा मरा. अब बोल कर देखिए, मरा 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 मरा. इसलिए कैन आई डू इट नहीं, आई कैन डू इट, आई कैन डू इट, आई कैन डू इट. मंत्र, देन यू कैन डू इट. You got me? Cognitive functioning, I've talked it because I know time is also running, they're restless, organs are also getting restless. Older people who hold optimism and hopeful thoughts about the future will achieve meaningful, very important, this line sentence for you. The older persons who hold optimistic and hopeful thoughts about the future will achieve meaningfulness in life as well as psychological well-being. More precisely, specifically, this dementia sexual aging might be related to making and planning for the short and long-term goals in life. Such goals and many others also contribute to any individual's sense of purpose in life as well as reasons to wake up and live each day. in a positive way. Social support network is very essential network. The problem I have seen with the men largely than the women. Sushant will agree with me because the men when got retired, the social support network get reduced. बहुत छोटा हो जाता है because the social support network constitutes your family member, your co-workers, your friends, your daily helpers, like दूध वाला, पानी वाला, बिजली वाला, sabji wala, all that kind of thing, plumber, etc. And the lady of the house, keep on interacting with them. Even after the age of 60, the man once retired, he never interacted with them during the active time. And at the work, when he retired, his workplace is also gone. That network also stopped. He left alone. He is left alone. There's nothing. So this is a big problem. The social support will help you. There's a lot of study on this. Will help you in maintaining your active life, active health in a meaningful way. The most important source of social support comes from the family. Family is a great source. I wish and pray that we should strongly advocate for our joint family, a standard joint family, beautiful concept which we have. And I'm sorry if we are moving, debating from there, which provides self-system mechanisms which increases an individual's subjective impression of life satisfaction. In addition, family provide a system of support and interaction that may not be available from outside sources. Friends are okay, co-workers are okay, but the best source you can have from the family member for some elderly people. All of these types of networks may prevent the degree of social isolation in old age that is associated with depression and other mental health problems. So I know there are a lot of more slides here, but I will stop over here. And I think my idea has been given to you. And I will stop over here because maybe at the end we leave some time for the people to ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the such a grateful experience you have explained on the general pathology. Sir, I just request you just make me host once because there are some people who are waiting to, admit the.
Let me try to make you.
Just going to
Where are you?
participants and then again.
I'm also moving to participant. Looking where is Ritu? I can't see Ritu the participant. I know you must be there, but. Mhm. You got it? Just check.
Ritu, just check. Have you got it?
Just check. I've just made you the back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have got it.
Okay.
Enter all waiting.
Yes.
Sir, positive energy is 100%.
Thanks, Rajesh.
So I would like to introduce Professor Sushma Bhatt from the Department of Social Work, University of Delhi. She has taught nearly 4 decades in the same department. Her core area of interest have been working with the elderly people and disabilities, actively involved in teaching as the guest faculty at Manav Rachna International University, as well as consultant in some researchers projects. I would like to give you the panel
rightly said that it is young, old, very old group. Some people say it starts from 85, some people say it starts from 80, very old, and it varies with their how much active do we remain. So apart from this, it is gender. Again, the sir has said that gender is one aspect where women can be occupied. Like, my dissertation was on retired women. I interviewed 150 retired women, and I could know that they were more than happy. I was expecting that they will be frustrated after their retirement, whereas it wasn't the case. They were more than happy because they said we have gone back to our family. We could never do household chores because of our jobs, etc. Now we are more than happy. We are with our family once again. Then there is physical health, very important. Physical health plays a major role. If somebody is sick, then also I don't say that he can't remain active. He can also remain active. So this is again a differential point. Then socioeconomic status. Socioeconomic status, like very poor people, they remain active. They are selling all these vegetables, etc., in the market, and they are active. They remain active. For them, retirement has no meaning, because if they don't earn today, they are not going to get anything tomorrow. I'm more than happy that 30th I keep on watching my mobile. Aya pension, aya, and then you feel secure for the whole month because pension comes. This is only for government employees, not for others. So non-formal sector, they are more than happy. For them, life doesn't change, it remains same. And with gender also, I think it is a major thing that it happens. So what I am going to give to all of you is small tips on how to remain active in your old age, which are very, very practical. And throughout the day, I kept on thinking about them, and I thought that something which is very practical, that is better, rather than giving you theoretical things which we can always get from the books. Like, it should not start now. I am 68, 66, 67. It will not start now. It has to start when I was a child. Certain habits, certain lifestyles which should be there within me, they should start then. And we think abhi to hum बूढ़े नहीं हुए, abhi to hum होंगे तो सही. This is the biological age. We all will have to pass through the same place. आज कोई मरता है तो लाइन लगती है, सबके सबने जाना है. So it's just like that. We don't accept कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है. और जब अचानक तो आप फिजिकल एक्सरसाइजेस शुरू नहीं करोगे ना. सो व्हाट we should be doing, whether you are rich or you are old, whether you are woman, whether you are man, whether you are widow, whether you are married, whatever you are, whatever is your status, first of all, try to make sure that how safe you are going to be in your old age. प्रोटेक्ट योर सेफ्टी. सेफ्टी मीन्स फिजिकल सेफ्टी. आपके पास एक मकान होना चाहिए. मैं गवर्नमेंट के मकान में रही, लेकिन जब मैंने रिटायर होना था, आई हैड माई ओन हाउस वेयर आई न्यू आई एम गोइंग टू शिफ्ट. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, मेंटेन अ safe place for you, then plan for your retirement. Even if it is 10,000 per month, 20,000 per month, 1 lakh per month, whatever you people are going to have in later years, ensure that financial security to the best possible extent we can maintain. Then we should remain physically active. Like today you had your webinar at 7. This is the time of my walk and my prayer on the rooftop of my house, which is very small house, not a big house, but then it is 150 yards, and I have a good place to walk at the top of the roof, and I walk for 1.5 hours. Today I went early. I went at 5 because I had to come here. So physical activity has to be continued. We have our old mother-in-law staying with me. She's more than 85 years old. She couldn't come upstairs. She is walking in the drawing room. Early in the morning, I see that at 5 o'clock she's walking to the best possible extent she can. So this way we should remain physically active to the best possible extent, and this would also prevent take your medications regularly. My husband is a doctor. The online he is seeing patients. The other day he was asking to a thyroid patient, and you know जैसे कान खड़ा हो जाता है ना तुम्हारा, तुम सुनते हो तो वो पूछ रहा था तुम्हारी 60 गोली महीने की थी, तुमने कितनी ली? वो लेडी कहती है डॉक्टर साहब कभी कभी ले लेती हूँ, कभी कभी नहीं लेती. She took 20. She took 20. So that means if we are not following our medication schedule, if we are not taking the medicines regularly, if we are not going for, what are we doing? We are calling for sickness, which will make us not active. It will not be active aging. Then active aging will come. Diseases can be postponed. It's only possible if we follow the regime which has been given by our doctors. Very stroke क्यों होगा अगर blood pressure नहीं बढ़ेगा? मीठा कम खाएंगे, नमक कम खाएंगे तो डायबिटीज, शुगर, इन सब चीजों से हम सब दूर रह सकते हैं. Then you know mental capacity should be intact. Many a times we just ignore. retire हो गए तो कुछ नहीं पढ़ना, कुछ तो पढ़िए, that will help you out. So mental capacity intact. I know my mother, she was bedridden. At the end she was bedridden, but then also I could not see that kind of mayusi on her face. I never saw that mayusi. The only reason was whatever she could say. To her childhood days, she will remember, she will say लंगड़ा के वो चलेगी, जैसे चल सकेगी वो चलती रही, जब तक जितना एक्टिव रह सकी. That gives you a lot of satisfaction. Then you know engage in social activities, meaning अगर आप नहीं जा सकते, विजिट अब नहीं कर सकते तो वेबिनार्स पर, बर्थडे पर अपने बच्चों को मिल लेते हैं. Like you know every day at night I teach my grandchildren. They are in USA, but then teaching them on the telephone, on FaceTime always keeps me engaged, and I look forward. Follow a regular regime, follow your regular schedule each day. उससे क्या होता है, छोटी छोटी चीज को भी लुक फॉरवर्ड. मैं अब आगे क्या करूंगी. थ्रू आउट द डे यू हैव टू रिमेन ऑक्यूपाइड इन वन एक्टिविटी और द अदर. खाली दिमाग तो शैतान का घर है. मैं रिटायर हो गई, मैं बूढ़ी हो गई. हमारा जो परसेप्शन अपने बारे में है, उस परसेप्शन को हमें हमेशा अच्छा रखना चाहिए. हेल्दी फैमिली टाइज. अचानक मेरी मदर इन लॉ या मेरी माँ सोचे कि मैं उनके साथ अच्छी हो जाऊं, जस्ट उन पर एक लेबल लग गया ओल्ड एज का. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता. ओल्ड एज में आने के लिए मुझे अपने ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन से कांटेक्ट अब बनाना है, और उस तरह का कम्युनिकेशन रखना है अपने हस्बैंड से, अपनी फैमिली से, अपनी बहनों से, अपने ब्रदर इन लॉ से, ताकि वो कांटेक्ट हमेशा चलता रहे और मैं एक एक्टिवली बड़ी होने वाली औरत बनूं. ग्रेसफुल एजिंग जिसको हम कहते हैं, सब कहें कि ग्रेसफुली ओल्ड हो रही है. चेहरे मोहरे में कुछ नहीं रखा होता. चेहरा मोहर असल नेचर होती है, विच शुड बी गुड, विच शुड बी कंट्रीब्यूटिंग, एंड वी शुड बी रेडी टू लर्न. लाइक यू नो, अब आपने जूम शुरू किया. आई वॉज न्यू टू जूम, बट देन आई learned, sat down with my son, learned it, whatever new is there. उससे एक्साइटमेंट रहती है, उससे लगता है कि तुम कुछ सीखो. और अच्छा खाना खाओ. इसलिए नहीं खाओ कि हमें लंबा जीना है, इसलिए खाओ कि खाना जरूरी है. And if we will keep on eating fried foods all the time, like I saw my mother for 35 years, she was having a very light dinner, very light dinner. Always she will say, बेटा अब हजम नहीं होता मुझे. So it is very essential वही खाएं हम सब, न्यूट्रिशियस खाना खाएं जो हमारे शरीर एब्जॉर्ब कर सके, and we can be. और spirituality takes us very much to a forward front. We can accept. भगवान को कहना चाहिए जो चीजों को मैं नहीं बदल सकती उनको एक्सेप्ट करने की ताकत मिले, ताकि हम एक सच्चाई को एक्सेप्ट कर सकें. उठते बैठते सोते उठते अगर हम थोड़े से भी स्पिरिचुअल हो तो हम जिंदगी को बड़े आराम से एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं. और गेनफुली ऑक्यूपाइड, do something, do something. This is 1 year when I am teaching less. Last year I was very active. This year I was less active. I offered my services to my department and I am doing something for them which is very concrete, which keeps me occupied, so that way I am known, I am accepted. Ma'am ये कर सकती हैं और कोई नहीं कर सकता. So it's that kind of feeling which you get, and that keeps you busy, that keeps you going, that keeps you active. And be appreciative and adjusting. बच्चों ने कुछ change कर दिया and I'll keep on criticizing. This is not the vibe. This is not the way I would have done it. No, we should be also, as elders, we have to learn. We have to be adjusting. Like, you know, our generation, my generation, I call it sandwiched generation. We are looking after our older parents. We are looking after our younger children also. We are looking after our grandchildren also. But the other way is that we have to adjust with our older parents, we have to adjust with our children, and we should be ready to accept the change. Then, you know, we should be derive happiness, very essential. आपने मुझे बुलाया, मैं तैयार हुई, मैंने कपड़ा बदला, आकर के बैठी. This is something very, meaning very small thing, but that gives you pleasure. Derive pleasure from very small things, and I think we will be more active in living. Then, you know, we should have less regrets. We should accept the fact कभी किसी को मुकम्मल जहां नहीं मिलता, किसी को कुछ नहीं मिलता, किसी को कुछ नहीं मिलता. So we should be ready to accept, have lesser regrets. मुझे ये नहीं मिला, जो मिला उसको देकर तो खुश हो लीजिए. If we are happy with what we have, I think life will be very good for us, and we should learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. If somebody has hurt you in life, if we are ready to forgive now, then, you know, life will become, we develop more peace for ourselves. Don't be scared of death. Don't be. At my age, many of us are scared of death. मर जाएंगे, ये क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा. कोई तो किसी के अपने साथ कुछ नहीं ले जाता. We are all there. So we have to learn to accept death also. It will happen one day, and we should be ready each day. छोटे के लिए भी, बड़ों के लिए भी, you never know, it doesn't come with old, it doesn't come with anything. And work for an year is, you know, lives are being prolonged, and we are kept with lots of machines, etc., which may not be acceptable to us. At any point, that terminally ill people are kept alive against their wishes. I am saying against the, if it is wish will, and we should all be working on it, writing about it. So the three main components, according to me, which have already been propagated by or emphasized by WHO are: increase your participation, increase your security, feel secure, and we should be healthy to the best of health. Then I have said that we should be as possible extent we should be participated. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, Ritu, for giving me, Ritu and Rajesh ji, for giving me this opportunity to share the dice with one of my role model teacher, who is actually a role model to me in my life, Professor Chadha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable experience and resourceful topics you have taught. I would like to introduce not the least, Professor Rajesh sir. He is a senior professor and was head of the department adult education. During his headship, he has started MA MPhil program and collaboration with the German university. He has also started working on working on Transgender Resources Center, University of Delhi. In 1995, he has established the counseling and guidance course in university with the help and support of UGC. I would like to tell you that, sir, please hand over. I am handovering you, Dr. Raj.
Ritu, I don't think so. I should say something. We should start now the question answer session. Ritu, hello, hello, Ritu,
Yes,
Ritu, Ritu,
sir.
hello. I think
Okay, sir.
there is some problem. No problem. Sir,
Hello?
I will start
She's
with.
back. She's back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see here. Sir, I will start the question answer session first. Sir, as you know, I think Professor Chadda and Professor Batra both very important and very practical, very energetic session. And I give 100 marks today. That very energetic. And when I attended, not attended, organized certain webinar, I thought that perhaps I had 50-55% energy. I was just calculating my level of energy, and I thought that today I just see Professor Chadda having the 100% energy level. It will certainly increase our energy level also in the future. There are so many things that is said by both of the I think experts today. Ritu, sir, in the university or college level, we are in the
Yes.
organized sector. We used to see that our teaching or non-teaching employees coming to the university, going to the health center, sitting the park. Some of them are habit that to utilize the leisure time, just take lunch box as they were taking in the past, going to the university, trying to see desperately some friends meet or not friend meet, maybe sitting in park or somewhere. Is it not fair, sir, at the UGC level or at the university level? There must be something for those employees who have given more than 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades to the university life in teaching and non-teaching life in university and college. There must be some center kind of a thing where certain facilities for their leisure time utilization, for their technology adoption should be there, which center could be a center for those who have having such life experiences. How this could be, I don't think so. Such thing is also reflected in the new education policy 2020. I don't know whether UGC has certain planning, but as I understand personally, that there must be a certain center, and perhaps it is our department who is dealing with the elderly persons also. Sometimes I think that I must have certain corner for that. So I would like Professor Chadda to kindly reflect upon that aspect, that how this could be a reality in the university system.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh. I hope you may recollect, when I was heading the new education extension department, that time I made a proposal. Professor Pinter was the then Vice Chancellor and Professor Tandon was the Pro Vice Chancellor. I proposed a center for gerontological research in Delhi University because that's lacking and missing very, and there which is the need of the hour, is the right time, I think, under the adult education continuing lifelong learning paradigm to be taken further, and there should be some space for that. Let me tell you, when I was heading psychology department back in Delhi University after the adult education, I created a space in the department, it's still over there, the department, where I created a sufficient space for the retired teachers of psychology department. They were meant for psychology department only. and those should not be confined only to psychology. Any retired teacher of psychology can come over there, can take advantage of the facility with computer, sofa, teapot, everything was lying over there. Purpose was over there. It continued for some time. For last year or so, I've not gone to the department. I don't know what's happening over there. And because some of the students, current students of the batches, they used to come to those seniors. You rightly said they spent 30 years, 40 years of their life. They have the rich experience over there. So we keep them engaged largely. And many of the retired people from the government, like you were talking about the university, teaching, not teaching. You will agree with me, Sushma, you will agree with me. Many of them, they are not interested in money. Money is not required. They want to do something which can keep them engaged. It's engagement is required. Or this kind of attempt should be made by the university. And maybe I can accompany you also. Again, from social anthropology background.
Yes.
So he also said the area of aging. I think we can press upon Professor P.C. Joshi and see if that initiative can be done. That will be very good initiative to my mind. Sushma will agree with me.
Certainly, sir. Very important. Ritu, somebody
yes, sir.
having any question? Somebody having any question, anything to add, anything to ask to our experts sitting over, Professor Chadda and Professor Batra?
So there is no question in the group.
I think
And,
now you
we
can
can
request them to unmute or mute.
They can unmute
Yes,
and
sir.
there
We
was a
can.
question.
I just unmute the all.
Yeah.
See, they can unmute themselves also. No? They can unmute and put the question and mute after that.
Yes.
They can do.
I think individual can
I
mute
have
themselves
asked
and
to all
ask the question. Yeah.
to
Yes, Rajesh sir, I have a question. Sir, good evening, sir. Parinita here.
Good evening. Go ahead with your question.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead with the question.
Okay, sir. Sir, thank you. It was a very enriching, session today. Something which is not very touched, a topic which is not very touched upon in India. So, thank you to Professor Sushma ma'am and NK sir. My question is for NK sir. Sir, two years back, I actually, did a short course on intergenerational learning. So I wanted to understand if in India there are some programs, in which the elderly people are, being engaged with the younger children, so that, that becomes, a topic of motivation for positive aging. So I wanted to know if there are some programs which are currently running.
There are a lot of what you're talking about. You're talking about intergenerational relationship basically. There is one international organization also, and I happen to its headquarters in UK at Birmingham, and where I happen to be president also 2 years for that. ICCP, okay, International Consortium for Intergenerational Relationships. Okay. Two students who have done the PhD, they're both faculty members. One is Dr. Nidhi Malik, teaching in IP College. Her work was on intergenerational relationship PhD. It's like in Central Library, you can sometimes refer that. Other is Dr. Salma Seth. She is in Vivekananda College, associate professor. Her work is also on intergenerational relationship. Okay. And as such, is a part of the teaching program in many of the institutes, including the institute. We have the specialist in psychology department where we give a paper on intergenerational relationship. But I know some of the NGOs are doing very good work in the Bangalore and Calcutta over intergenerational relationship. That's the grandchildren and the grandparents are together in the same places where the older people are learning computer skills from the grandchildren, the small children, and the parents are teaching them the scale of the culture values, culture ethos, culture families intact, how you can make strengthen these families. The NGOs are doing it very, and most of the nuclear family in the Calcutta program I know, which is I'm getting of some Bhattacharya, the lady who's doing this work, and at Tirupati also, SV University Tirupati, D Jamana is doing the work on this area, in this area, and they have the centers where the people who have the nuclear family, they, while they're both husband and wife both are working there, they leave the children over there to them, just not to look after by the older people, just to have the more interaction with them and learn they are more concerned about the culture, values, ethos. They learn from the, because most of the story, you will agree with me, most of the things which we have not learned from books. We have learned sitting on, we were fortunate. I was fortunate, Dr. Jesh was, I'm sure, fortunate, that we learned sitting on the lap of our grandfather and grandmother. दादा की गोदी में बैठकर सब कुछ सीखा हमने, जो आज हम बहुत सारी चीजें बता रहे हैं. But unfortunately today our children, this city life, cosmopolitan life, basically have taken this away from them. As such, what you say, there's no formal social degree or certificate degree program as a part of the gerontology course in many of the universities.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Because very little I know about, the course that I did. It was very informal, but just to get an understanding, because that is really something which helps in fostering positive relationships also.
Yeah. That's why I said that you are really interested to read in both cases, Salman State and Nidhi Malik. Nidhi Malik is IP college, Salman State and Burkan College, CC Line Standard Reference Library. Just read that. That's the only.
Sir, we also have one Indian Journal of Gerontology special issue where you were the editor. I remember, and I had submitted.
Yeah, that was
that journal. So.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. I will do that. Thank you.
So then nothing more, we can close down, it means. Intu, you can close down if you like. So 4 questions are there.
Hello.
Hello, Ritu.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear.
Ritu, any question? Anybody else has to ask anything? कोई और सवाल?
Is there anyone to ask? Hello. कोई है जो और question? Hello.
नहीं है. This is clearly indicating there is no other question. I think you can close now. It's already maybe 8:20.
Is there anyone else?
Ritu, now, yeah. तुम कोई problem नहीं. I think Rameshwar, you are here na? You are recording na? Rameshwar? Ritu, now you can just provide vote of thanks to our two honorable experts. He must be there. He must be doing his job. He will be doing his job. Within few minutes, you will be getting something from him. So he must be busy doing that. Ritu, now you can just provide vote of thanks and from this aspect. So you must have certain chocot of plan for your future kind of a thing, that what we will have to do something that would like, yeah. Ritu.
Hello.
Yeah, please, we can listen.
Ritu. Ritu, wind up karo, Ritu. Provide vote of thanks.
Hello.
Ritu, कोई problem?
तो क्लोज कर दो इसको।
If